Guys, we got a small audience today for NLB's Alt Doc Premium webinar. Happy to answer any non-QM questions that y'all have or run through any scenarios, anything we can do to help you two individually since we have a small audience. Happy to take the time to do that. So feel free to open up your mic and ask any questions away. I am just going to go through a quick presentation on our new Alt Doc Premium product, but we can talk about anything in the non-QM space that you guys might have questions on. My name is Paul Sushereba. I run non-QM here at MLB. And as of this Monday, we've launched a new premium version of our Alt Doc program. It has a little bit less flexibility than our core program, but it is priced significantly better for those borrowers who have the metrics to be that premium borrower. It's basically the borrowers that you and I are going to have to work a little bit less on, get a little less creative with, the ones that really just need a nice, smooth loan process that's priced well. So right now, these are turning around in about 24 hours for initial underwrites and 24 hours for resubs. Quite honestly, we're doing a lot of our resubs right now same day just due to time of year and volume. So that's running very nicely. This gives you the non-QM income flexibility for bank statements, P&Ls, or asset utilization borrowers, albeit the asset utilization is not as aggressive as it can get in our core program. And I should have actually opened up this presentation. Give me just a second. There we go. These are for loan amounts up to $2.5 million with some exception ability up to $3.5 million in loan amount. It'll work on primary, second home, and investment property transactions. On a primary, it can go to 90 LTV and up to 85 LTV on second homes. 5 different documentation types available in this particular program. It works very well as a full doc second home alternative to Fannie Mae, with Fannie Mae's loan level price adjustments right now on second homes mirroring what they do on investments. Non-QM is a great avenue to get a better priced product on those second homes without even a non-QM borrower, just a simple full doc borrower. But we can also allow this for those bank statements, 1099s, written VOEs, asset depletion borrowers. Minimum credit score for the premium program is 660. I will go down to a lower credit score on the core program as low as 640. Loan amount and LTV structure. I got to change these slides. Apologize for the white there. I didn't catch that. But up to $1 million on a primary residence, we will go 90 LTV and a max LTV on second homes of 85. 85 is also the max on investment property purchases. For purchases above that, we do cap out up to $2 million at 85 and 80% at 2.5 million. At 3.5 million, depending on credit score, we'll cap out at either 75 or 80 as well. Occupancy types, like I said, primary, second, and investment property are available. For the investment properties, in reality, you should be looking at DSCR first. It's going to price better and be a simpler loan program. But in some states, DSCRs just don't function as well, or in some price brackets. We do quite a bit of investment property in the non-QM space in Washington State, for example. The DSCR ratios aren't carried out there due to the property values. It also happens in California. So as you get into those higher priced properties, some kind of income qualified investment does become a better alternative in a lot of cases. On the investment properties, you can also put a prepay on those to maintain better rates, just like a DSCR, but it is an income qualified product. Again, second homes are absolutely a good avenue to look at. There is, like I said, potential for up to a $3.5 million max with an exception. So we're looking for a high quality borrower to get that 3.5 million max. And we can also make exceptions up to 90 LTV in the second home space for a well-qualified borrower. So it can be, again, a very competitive offering compared to Fannie Mae. All of these offer interest-only options with DTIs up to 55% as well. However, that 55 DTI, anything over 50, we're going to be primary residence only. There are temporary rate buy downs available in primary and second home options. as well as ability to waive escrows. On the investment property side, we'll allow you to close in the name of entities, and there are no restrictions on first-time home buyers in this program for a primary residence up to $1.5 million. Typical timeline, just kind of put together a rough timeline here on how to get a loan done in a perfect environment, a perfect world, right? From submitting the application, complete package up front, which you can get some guidance on our non-QM submission sheet. There's a great document checklist there that helps you pull together an absolutely clean file. Biggest timeline that we're going to run into is getting a hold of that appraisal, depending on the area of the country that you're in. That's one of the biggest delays we'll see. But we do underwrite right now in 24 hours, like I said, both on initial and resub. So a 10 to 14-day closing on something like this is absolutely possible with a clean package, a fast appraisal, and a good title company. That is really all I had today, was to introduce the non-QM premium program. There are some, again, significant benefits in our core product for borrowers that need additional flexibility. And some of those keys would be in asset utilization in the core program. You can deplete assets over as little as 36 months. So you can get significantly more aggressive on that asset depletion. On the premium, it's 84 months. On the core, it's either 60 or 36 months, depending on the scenario. So it can be a much more powerful tool. There's also opportunity for borrowers who have not been self-employed for 24 months. We can look at both 12 and 18-month scenarios in the core program. So it's a great backstop to the premium product. Easiest path of resistance there is if you think something fits the premium based on the matrix published on our website. And Celine, could you bring up the website for us, please, real quick, for the non-QM version? The best thing to do is to start with the premium program. We can go in and let the underwriter kick that down a notch, kick it out of program if it needs to be. But our underwriters, instead of denying it strictly because it was registered in that program, they will push it back into the core program as a counteroffer. So you can always start in one or the other, and we can make a recommendation to move it around, preferably before time of lock, so we're not setting bad rate expectations for the borrower, but it will give us an avenue to still solve that file. Does anybody have any questions or scenarios we can answer? Any questions about non-QM in general we can help with? Celine did put our non-QM webpage up in the chat, mlbwholesale.com non-QM. You can find all the matrices guidelines published there, as well as our submission form, our business narrative form for bank statement calculation, and anything else you need, like a condo questionnaire for a non-warrantable condo. All right. We'll hang out here for a minute or two to see if anybody has any questions or scenarios, but I see no questions in the chat. Oh,
it's Mike Cantwell. Hey, I don't know if I asked you before, down in Florida, we talk non-warrantable condos. Do you have a list of non-warrantable condos that you're okay with?
I don't have a particular list of non-warrantable condos that we're okay with. We will review each one every time. What we found out publishing the list is that 30 days, 45 days later, a lot can change in that time period till we see that complex again. So we'll review them all independently, but we don't publish a static list.
Do you have access to Fannie Mae Condo Project Manager for the approved condos?
We do, yes.
Okay, is that something I can reach out to you if I have a question on a condo?
Yeah, you can reach out to us. We have one of the underwriters pull it. Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Just since he brought up non-warrantable, right? Well, one of the keys to non-warrantable is it's never a blanket yes or no. It's very much dependent on the condo itself. The real key there is why isn't it warrantable and what non-warrantable factors are present, how many of them are present. So it's very hard to give a blanket yes on a non-warrantable, and it can also be somewhat borrower dependent in this kind of gray non-QM space. There's things that will allow to go through with a highly qualified borrower that may not work as well with a 640 credit score borrower. Does anybody else have any questions? Excellent. I appreciate you all joining today. I want to respect your time. And if you have questions, we'll be here for you. My cell phone is in the chat. My email is in the chat as well. We're happy to answer any scenarios or questions you guys have. Feel free to reach out to us and have a great week.